Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for today's webinar. Today, we're going to be talking about the process changes that have happened within Oki 811 over the past few years and how they are benefiting our members. My name is Ashley Brown. I'm one of your member relations specialists, and I'll be presenting today's webinar. Our webinar for today will be moderated by Dina Palmer, and she is our Oki 811 Member Relations Specialist. So before we begin, we're going to go over a few housekeeping items. All attendees are in listen-only mode. You can use the Q&A option to ask questions, and we'll be answering those at the end of the presentation. And be sure to download the handout for today's webinar for links for more helpful information about today's topics. We're going to have links to resources over all of the benefits that we'll be covering today, and that link to the handout is going to be in the chat in just a moment. So first, let's talk about the recent changes to subsequent notices. Subsequent notices are second and third notices or any notice after the initial locate request. And in the past, second and third notices were sent to all the members listed on the ticket, no matter which company had yet to provide a response. Now, second and third notices are only sent to the companies who still need to provide a positive response. And this helps to ensure that only the necessary companies are notified and that companies who have already provided a positive response did not receive unnecessary tickets. This is a great benefit as it helps to ensure that you are receiving necessary tickets, and it helps to reduce waste in Oki 811 and the member system. Give me just one moment, please. Sorry about that technical difficulty there. Now we are on the correct slide. But so yeah, those now the second and third notices are only going to companies who have not responded, and it reduces waste in the system. And speaking of costs, we want you to keep in mind that the 2024 fee schedule, which is the schedule that we are currently in, it does include an additional charge for second and third notice tickets. A $2 fee is charged for every second notice a member received, and a $3 charge is incurred for every third notice that your organization receives. So please be sure that you're providing that appropriate positive response for every locate and design survey request to reduce the amount of subsequent notices that your organization would receive. Next up is Remark Extend. So in 2023, Oki 811 replaced the update and update extend ticket types with remark and extend tickets. This service helps to clearly identify if the excavator is requesting to update due to markings no longer being visible, or if they only need to update to extend the life of the ticket for an additional 14 days. Now, with these ticket types, Oki 811 asks excavators if they need to have the markings refreshed when they request an update ticket. If they do need the markings refreshed, the ticket type is remark. If they say they do not need the markings refreshed, we'll send a ticket type of extend. In addition to that extend ticket type, we also created a special code which says that the excavator states that the markings are still visible and a refresh is not needed. And this is because an extend ticket types means that the excavator needs to extend the life of the ticket an additional 14 days to complete the work, and the markings are still visible. So how does this benefit you? With the extend ticket type, the power is now in your hands to decide if you choose to go and deploy a locator for an extend ticket type or not. Some companies choose to still send a locator to remark the lines, even if the excavators indicate that the lines are still visible, and that's absolutely fine. Some other companies may choose to not send a locator because the excavator is saying that those markings are still visible. And in that case, they could be saving money on labor, supplies, gas, and vehicle maintenance. That choice is yours on the ticket type extend tickets. And as a reminder, with the remark and extend tickets, you still have the 48 hours, not including the date of notification, weekends, and holidays, to remark or clear the lines as applicable and provide that positive response. Now, since we're talking about positive response, we're going to dive in just a little bit more about those benefits. Positive response has been a part of the law for some years now, and now it's even more important because if you're not providing positive response, you're going to get those subsequent notices and you will be incurring additional charges. But we do want to remind members of how, besides reducing the charges that you'll see on your annual invoice, positive response is a benefit because, first of all, it's an awesome resource for you because it's a one-stop shop for you to be able to communicate your responses to excavators, but you can also record the responses that you gave. It's an electronic queue of locate requests that need a response. So you have a list there of the tickets that need to have a positive response, and you can also directly upload your responses from your third-party ticket management company directly into the portal. As I mentioned, it's a record of your responses, which is great, especially if you use a third-party ticket management company. You can compare maybe what you're being charged for compared to the responses that you see in the portal. Excavators can also confirm their response prior to excavation. They receive an email notification of all members that have provided their positive response. And as mentioned before, providing on time, accurate, positive responses can help minimize the amount of second and third notices that your company receives. We cannot stress it enough. Providing positive response can help save your organization money. We are in the 2024 fee schedule. There are additional charges for second and third notices. So please make sure that you are providing accurate positive responses to reduce the amount that you receive. And last but certainly not least, and more importantly than reducing the amount of charges you may receive, is the fact that providing positive response increases the likelihood of safe excavation. And that's what this is all about, damage prevention. And your positive responses, they help protect not only your facility, but the excavators and the public from damage and injury. So let's make sure that we're providing accurate positive response for every locate and design survey request that you receive. Alrighty, so last year we had a change to the bylaws, and now all members of OKI 811, with the exception of sustaining members, are classified as general members. There used to be general and associate members, and now all owners and operators of underground lines that are members are classified as general members, which means that every organization now has voting privileges. Those voting topics usually include the election of board directors or changes to the OKI 811 bylaws. Votes can be submitted virtually or in person at the OKI 811 annual meeting, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on in the presentation. In addition to those voting privileges and category changes, the bylaw changes resulted in changes to the OKI 811 board composition. So as a result of those bylaw changes, there can now be up to 16 board members, and every organization that the board of directors represents must be in good standing in order to vote. And in order to hold a board seat, that company must be a general or a sustaining member. These changes help to reflect a more robust reflection of the variety of the different types of organizations that are within the OKI 811 membership. So let's change gears a little bit and talk about some changes that have happened to mapping. So first up is previously, when a work site was drawn on a locate request, OKI 811 would apply a 300-foot buffer around the proposed work site, just in the spirit of damage prevention. In 2021, that buffer was reduced from 300 feet to 150 feet. Again, the buffer I'm talking about now is concerning the buffer that's placed around the proposed work site on locate request. This reduction has helped to transmit more relevant locate requests to members, which of course is helping you because you are receiving more relevant tickets and going out and working tickets that are actually near your facilities. There have also been some changes to the mapping system that you use to register your underground lines. For those that have been with Oki for a while, you know that we used to use a mapping system called MSAM, and that system has been replaced with the Service Area Editor, often referred to as the SAE. Now, this system is packed with a lot of great benefits. You can create, view, edit, import, and export your mapping. You can upload different types of electronic files. You can use tools to draw in your service areas, and it's the fastest way to process your mapping. So what all of that means is that if you ever need to, this tool is here for you, and you can view or edit the mapping file that you have on file with Oki 811. You can also draw in the service areas, which I think is a great benefit, especially for some members that don't have an electronic copy of their mapping file. And you can also download a copy of the file that you have registered in the SAE, which you may need from time to time. For more information about the SAE, feel free to view the tutorial that's linked in today's handout, or you can reach out to our GIS department and they'll be more than happy to help. Another fantastic online resource that's available to all members and it's free is one that you are probably familiar with, especially if you've been providing your positive responses, and that is the Oki 811 member portal. In the portal, there are a lot of great features available. You can submit new locate requests, you can find tickets, you can retransmit tickets to yourself via the queue feature. You can pull a variety of different types of reports, including reports that show how many second and third notices you've received and your responses to those, which can help save you money. But in addition to those features, we also launched a new feature called the Membership Info Viewer. With this viewer, you can view the information that's on file for your membership level, which is going to be the billing information, and for your dispatch level, which has your authorized contacts, your outputs, and your positive response configuration. We cannot stress enough how critical it is that you keep your information up to date. It's more than just a task that you have to keep up with. Not having up to date information, it can result in you having some costly results, such as over notification. This is where you're receiving locate requests for areas that you've already sold, and you don't want that. You want to receive relevant locate requests. Likewise, that could result in a lack of notification. If you don't let us know that the email address where you need to receive your locate request has changed, then we could not be able to transmit tickets to you, which puts the public and the underground facility in danger. You could also incur unnecessary fees. There could be damages to the underground facilities or the public. And then you could also be facing lawsuits or possible fines from the OCC. So please be sure that you are keeping this information up to date. It is a part of your membership responsibilities. So before we explore more member benefits, we do want to remind you to submit any questions you may have. Be sure to download the handout that's available in today's webinar. The handout includes positive response information. You can watch recorded Oki 811 webinars that cover all topics that a member may need to get some information on. We also have a link to register for the annual meeting and the expo, and there are resources for all benefits mentioned in today's webinar. They are on that handout. Now, one of our most visible changes over the past few years has been the revamping of the Oki 811 website. In 2023, Oki811.org underwent some changes to make the new website more streamlined and user-friendly. The website address is still Oki811.org, and most of the information that you as a member would be looking for can be found under the Facility Operators page of the website. For a guided tour of the Oki811.org website, be sure to check out the new website recorded webinar link that's available on today's handout. Now that we've covered some of the new member benefits that are available due to changes here at Oki, we also want to remind you of other benefits and resources that are available to your organization just for being a member of Oki 811. first and foremost, the utmost primary benefit of being a member of Oki 811 is the protection of your underground lines. Oki 811 is the communication link between excavators and member companies across the entire state of Oklahoma, and our contact center operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your company registered as a member of Oki 811 because you want to be notified whenever work is taking place near your underground lines. Those notifications are called locate requests or tickets, and they're generated by whenever a excavator reaches out to Oki 811, they speak with one of our damage prevention representatives, and we process what's called a ticket or a locate request. They can do so via the mobile-friendly Oki 811 portal or by dialing 811. And we'd suggest that if your organization or if you personally need to do some excavation, you choose one of these methods to submit your locate request and stay safe. We also want you to remember that Oki 811 is here to support you. There are many specialized dedicated teams within Oki 811. And on the screen here, I have listed some of the teams that you're more likely to come in contact with, that you'll be speaking with at some point. Your member services team, we are here to help you with anything with your membership. We can help you maintain your membership account, get those underground lines registered. We also come up with customized solutions. We can provide education and information. We help members with reports and billing inquiries and also understanding law changes. And we create resources such as these webinars to help members maximize their membership benefits and understand their responsibilities. And most importantly, we're just here to provide assistance. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Our GIS team is also here for you. They're here to assist you with maintaining your service areas. And this is necessary in order for the locate request to be transmitted. We also have a highly trained team of damage prevention representatives within the Oki 811 contact center, and they're responsible for processing those locate requests that go out to you so that you can mark or clear your underground lines. And last but certainly not least is our education and outreach team, which provides education, and they host damage prevention workshops and other events all throughout the state of Oklahoma. And we do have educational offerings that are available to you. On the Learning Hub page of the Oki 811 website, you'll see several of these offerings. One of our most requested offering is the A11 certification, which is certified by the Gold Shovel Standard. That will give you education about the best practices for safe digging and damage prevention. We also host live and recorded webinars where we share information from the member and excavator aspect about best practices to dig safely in Oklahoma. We do have partnerships and volunteer opportunities. There are several ways that your organization can help promote that Dig Safely message, and we'd love for you to join in planning or coordinating or promoting any of these conferences and special events. So if you're interested in that, be sure to follow us on social media and our website, or you can contact our education and outreach department and find out more about those partnership opportunities that are available. Another great benefit of being a member of Oki 811 is one we promote often, which is the Certificate of Good Standing. This certificate is your proof of membership, and it shows that you're in good standing with Oki 811. The current requirements to receive the Certificate of Good Standing is that all of your membership fees must be paid in full. The information on file must be completely verified within the current billing cycle, and that does include your mapping. Your organization must be actively responding to locate requests via the Oki 811 portal, and you must have a design contact on file. We encourage members to request this certificate annually, as there's a good chance you'll need it during the life of your business. Again, we want to highlight the Oki 811 website, oki811.org, because it is a free, robust resource that is available to our members. From the website, you can submit your locate request via the portal. 24/7. There's no hold times there. As we mentioned before, there are educational offerings, and we also have tutorials available on the website. You can view our publications such as the Scoop newsletter, the membership guide, or the membership directory. All of that is available on okie811.org. You can sign up for different services that are offered to members. You can check your account information via the portal, and you can get to the portal from the website. You can also access the dispatch update form from the website to update your information, which we recommend that you do anytime a change takes place. And you can also request those partnership and volunteer opportunities. All of that is available on okie811.org. Now, last but certainly not least, this is one of the favorite member benefits of mine, and that is the Okie 811 annual meeting of the membership and the Oklahoma Excavation Safety Expo. Each year, these events are usually held in conjunction with one another, and we invite all members to attend. Now, the annual meeting is free, and this year's annual meeting will be held on Wednesday, March 6th, 2024, from 1 to 4:30 p.m. Now, it starts with an appreciation lunch that begins at noon. Make sure that you're there. For more information about the annual meeting, you can visit okie811.org/annual meeting. This year, we're offering something new for members. So on Wednesday, March 6th, which is the same day as the annual meeting, but before the annual meeting begins, a member service area mapping workshop will be held from 9 a.m. to noon. During the workshop, our Okie 811 GIS applications developer, Tyler Dunlap, is going to teach you how to improve your GIS skills. This class will cover GIS software as well. Now, applying these skills can help you increase your efficiency in creating and maintaining those service areas, which can produce more relevant locate requests and save your organization money. This workshop is beginner friendly. Also, this year, your Okie 811 member services team will be hosting not one, but two breakout sessions during the expo on Thursday, March 7th. And the first one is going to be in the morning to show you how to maximize your Okie 811 benefits. And our afternoon session will cover navigating member responsibilities for damage prevention. Now, there's a link in the chat so that you can get registered for the annual meeting, the workshop, and the expo breakout sessions. We do encourage you to attend the annual meeting because it's really a great opportunity to network, to learn about what's happening at Okie 811, some things that are going to happen in the near future, and perhaps win one of those fabulous door prizes that we have up for grabs this year. For the annual meeting only, in-person and virtual attendance is available. And please note that when you get to the registration page, the annual meeting registration options are listed after the expo information on that registration page. Alrighty, you might be saying that was a lot of information. How can I keep track of all of these benefits? Where do I find these resources? To that, I have two recommendations. First of all, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to the Okie 811 team via phone call or email, and we're more than happy to help. I would also highly recommend that you download the handout that is attached to today's webinar. It has a link or information for every resource and benefit mentioned today. And now we're going to turn this over to Dina to see if we have any questions, and she's going to let you know about our new webinar feedback form. Dina?
Thank you, Ashley. That was great information. We did not have any questions, but we did have some technical issues uploading that handout. So to everyone who requested it, we will be sending that handout to you. We will actually just go ahead and email that handout to everybody that attended today's webinar. That way you guys have access to that. And then please provide any feedback that you have using our webinar feedback form. I'm linking that in the chat right now. We love to get feedback from you about what you would like to hear about, what topics interest you. That would be really helpful to us. So please provide that feedback for us. And like Ashley said, as always, if you have any questions, please contact us. We are here for you. If you do not get a chance to fill out that webinar feedback form, or you fill it out and you think of something later, you can always email any questions or suggestions to education@okie811.org. To register for future webinars or watch a recorded webinar, go to okie811.org/education events. If you have any questions regarding your membership, contact your member services team at memberservices@okie811.org, or give us a call at 1-800-522-6544 extension 4003. And if you have any questions regarding service area editor mapping, contact our GIS team at gis@okie811.org or 800-522-6544 extension 4008. We really appreciate your time today, and we hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.